What's going on? Back again the game with your boy the Pride. Now listen, we got a special video for you guys today. I told y'all we were going to be getting into this, and we're going to go ahead and do it today, right now. You guys see the title, you see the thumbnail, you already know what we're going into. So today we're going to be looking at the best skills for every character, okay? And how to differentiate what skills to pick versus, you know, what to prioritize, because it's a really big deal, all right? So first of all, there's two classifications of characters. You're either going to be using characters for PvP or PvE, all right? So you're only going to have 3 characters on your PvP team in the first place, right? So you shouldn't be working on no max than 3 PvP characters if you are. And I haven't even really seen people prioritizing PvP first. They're prioritizing PvE, which makes sense. So that's what we're going to focus on mostly, is player versus environment PvE. So this is going to be characters that you're going to use for any sort of co-ops, inheritance zone, droplet zone, guild quest, hard guild quest, inheritance zone, farming the point event, extreme IZ. All right. So what you want to do is you want to look at all of the character stats and skills, and also you want to pay attention to if they have any status elements or what status elements they have. This is going to be a huge thing later, and I'll show you guys why status elements are a massive, massive deal, okay? So looking at Noelle, she already has pretty much all of the best skills on the list. Well, better versions of the skills on the list anyway. So she already has super, super high standard berserker of 80% on top of having frenzy. And of course she does have recharge as well. Havoc, nullify range resistance, and she has double killers. And these obviously I have a Zeta pill on her. She doesn't naturally have hidden enemy. So, but yeah, so you want to just look at a character and identify, okay? So Noelle's only weakness to me is that she doesn't have any status element. She doesn't have weakened defense or anything happening for her soul bomb. No insta-kill chance, nothing like that, right? So I went ahead and straight up gave Noelle weakened defense, all right? Now, weakened defense is without a doubt one of the best picks on this list, okay? The only thing that I don't... Okay, so the thing with me is that all of these abilities are contingent on something, okay? And what that means is you're not always getting that boost. You're not always getting that damage. In none of these cases, for hidden enemy skill, there's not always hidden enemies. So if you choose this hidden enemy skill, you're literally saying, all right, well, sometimes I just don't care that this isn't going to be used. Like in Extreme IZ, there's no hidden enemies this week. So it's not going to help you there. But when there are hidden enemies, it can be good to have. But there's also an accessory for this. I would never do hidden enemy skills because I have a Zeta pill for every color. That's just me. If you don't have a Zeta pill, and if your Soul Reaper killers struggle, which they will without a Zeta pill or hidden enemy skill, you do need one or the other. So, yeah. But Noelle would be a good candidate for hidden enemy because she has Soul Reaper killer, and there's a lot of pesky hidden Soul Reaper enemies. But I would never give this to Noelle because I would just equip the hidden enemy item, the Zeta pill. So healer, this is one of the worst skills on here. All this does is give you like 5 to 7% more percentage when you heal. That's it. It doesn't turn your strong attacks into a healing attack. No. Pierce barrier, great for PvP. One of the best skills for PvP, but super situational. Like right now, Pierce barrier doesn't even do anything because you got 2 characters with brave battle immunity, and your barriers are just going to be dead anyway. And even though Tsukishima doesn't have Pierce Barrier, he does have a self-vortex. So it's like he's going to shred barriers with that anyways. So, but for some characters like Yamamoto or Kenny or, you know, maybe Chad, some characters you might have high transcendence in, maybe you'll want that for them. Start Barrier, if there were no Brave Battle immunity characters, you could actually do a full SP team in PvP right now. If you had Start Barrier on like the most cracked characters in the game, like, you know, in whatever SP characters you want, Noelle, Forgetsu, put Start Barrier on them, and like I guarantee you, they could probably make something shake. But now, since you got these characters that are immune for 10 seconds, there is absolutely no way that SP characters will ever make a difference, really. Maybe Star and Soul Bomb, but you know. Long Stride and Sprinter. We really need to talk about these because I just need people to understand that 90% of the time, you never want to just get Sprinter. Never. And I'm going to tell you why. I talked about this on stream. It's as simple as this. Sprinter is +1. Long Stride is ×2. So however many flash steps you have, Long Stride doubles your distance. So if you have 2 flash steps, you end up going the distance of 4 flash steps, okay? Let's say you have 2 sprinters, you know, or regular flash step and +1 sprinter, which 90% of the characters have. You get sprinter, you have 3 flash steps, okay? Long Stride gives you double the immunity frames, double the distance, and it's faster. So you guys will see. I don't know if you've ever seen this. You know, I mean, you wouldn't have had a lot of opportunities to see it, but if you don't know, you're about to know. You're about to learn today, okay? Meet my 2 of 5 Fugetsu with motherfucking Long Stride, okay? The reason that I gave Fugetsu Long Stride is because he already has High Berserker. He already has Havoc. He already has Marauder, which gets him guard break. And he has Sprinter +2, okay? Sprinter +2. That means that this character is as fast as Mind Hikone. And I'm going to do a showcase on my Fugetsu later on today. So if you want to see it, gameplay-wise, make sure you stay tuned. But yes, any character with +2 flash steps, Long Stride is going to make them so damn good, okay? It's going to make them so damn good. I was able to clear standard IZ in 30 seconds with him. 2 of 5. So, absolutely ridiculous, okay? And he does have Sprinter +2, so you cannot exceed more than Sprinter +2. Somebody please let me know if you've tried to do this on a Soifon or a Yoruichi, and let me know if it'll let you get Sprinter on them, because they only have Sprinter +1, and they have 2 extra sprinters in their kit. Every single Yoruichi and Soifon says Sprinter +1. None of them say Sprinter +2. So the thing about weakened defense is it actually says that you can have 2 weakened defenses. So you can essentially stack weakened defense. And what weakened defense does is it's a 40% damage buff after your first attack of your soul bomb hits. So that very first hit won't have it, but every hit after that they'll get stupid crazy. They'll basically take 40% more damage, okay? And this applies the same in epic raids. It applies the same in guild quest, okay? Very, very massive. If your character doesn't have a status ailment, without a doubt, weakened defense is going to be the best thing for them. Now, then you're going to have cases where, you know, and weakened attack is good too, but there's only some for PvP. I would never do weakened attack ever, bro. Never. Unless you're doing it for a specific reason in PvP. Never, though. Don't even worry about that. Now, damage to status afflicted enemies. This is one of the better ones on here. But before we get into that, I will tell you the best one for every single character in the game is at the top. Full stamina damage boost. Okay? This is the best thing for every single character. So for most characters, at 15, 15, 15, I would just do full stamina damage. But your top tier characters like, you know, Noelle, Fugetsu, Fiteni Biak, you know, even someone like the the Tech Grimjow. Not that he's, you know, he has high damage, so you wouldn't really want to do full stamina damage on them. You would want to give them like another utility. So for instance, since they have all the other stats and skills, you can just go straight up with something that's going to help you clear faster and help you survive. Long Stride keeps you alive. I promise you, bro. It makes your character transform. It transforms your character, okay? So, like I said, if you want to see the gameplay, the showcase of my 15 full get to with Long Stride, I'd be happy to show you guys. Low stamina damage is very good because it's a buff of 35%, but you need to be at 33% stamina to trigger this buff. So you're either going to lose a bunch of time damaging yourself or taking damage, so it's not good for speed running, and then you're going to be low stamina. So yes, it's a more significant boost than full stamina damage, but low stamina is an inconvenience to do. Some people like low stamina damage and like epic raids and just crank out the damage. That's all good. So if you're one of those people, go for it. All right. Last ditch is good on everybody. I just wouldn't really add this unless your character literally covers every single base. And if they cover every single base, I would still go weakened defense before I would go last ditch, because you can get 2 weakened defenses. So if a character has something like weakening and you add weakened defense, your character is going to blip enemies with this soul bomb. Okay, so, and like I said, you can stack weakened defense twice from what I understand. So all these immunities, I would really say you should only get these for something like Guild Quest, if that's really what you need to do. Stamina recovery, I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. Prevent Brave Battle healing is one of the best ones for PvP, because now the best character in PvP right now, Tsukishima, he actually heals as a result of Drain. So healing is really the main thing of Drain. It doesn't really do much else. But yeah, so if you can prevent Tsukishima from healing in PvP, that'll give your PvP team a significant boost. And that's pretty much it. Increase crystal drop if you want a character for farming, okay. I do think at a point, once everybody has a lot of their characters 15 or 20'd out, then they'll start doing some increased crystal drops on some random characters that they're just going to use to farm, or that they won't really need to use for content if you do need to farm crystals or jewels. But yeah, the damage to paralyze or confuse or burning enemies, this is very, very good. I didn't talk about start barrier because like you really won't need that unless you're doing PvP. Oh, I did talk about that. But the thing that I want you guys to realize is, look at someone, and this doesn't happen very often, but in this case it's happening to me directly, okay? So I'm feeling the pain. Look at someone like TLA Soyphone. Bro, she has poison and burn, bro. So the thing is, she doesn't have Berserker. So basically what I will probably do with her is I'm going to have to choose between increased damage to poisoned enemies, which is going to happen way more often. I'm going to be poisoning enemies way more often, but this will be guaranteed soul bomb damage. So I think what you're going to do, first of all, you're going to put full stamina damage on a Soyphone, on a character like her, because she doesn't have Berserker at all. So any character without Berserker, the first thing you're going to do is put on full stamina damage. That's the first thing you're going to do, okay? When you get them 15. And then after that, like I said, any character with +2 sprinter, I'm giving them long stride and probably weakened defense, or long stride and full stamina damage. Weakened defense and full stamina damage are going to be the go-to for straight damage, for the best output, to get the most performance out of your character. Weakened defense and full stamina damage. The third in place in that regard is damage to certain ailment enemies, right? And also something that you guys need to realize is weakened defense is a debuff. So if they have iron skin and you bomb and they have weakened defense, that will take off their iron skin. So yeah, man, that pretty much covers every single skill that you want to use for PvE. Mind you guys that characters like TLA Soy Phone, it is going to be tricky figuring out what you want to do with her. Make sure you guys drop a comment. Let me know what you're thinking about, and I can kind of maybe talk to you about it. The ones I just wanted to talk about really quick for PvP is the Brave Battle Immunity and the Start Barrier. These few can they can really change your PvP team as well as prevent Brave Battle healing. So just notice that some of these ones are going to be really, really good for PvP. Most of them actually. Pierce Barrier will be really good on a Tsukishima. Yeah, Weaken Attack can be good for somebody like Chad. Just somebody in PvP because it is a debuff on your Soul Bomb. So you can go Weaken Defense and Weaken Attack to completely debuff. If you have someone like the Speedy Kaku, you know, Weaken Defense and Weaken Attack will be amazing for him in PvP. Also, you could go with the status resistances. So I would go with Paralysis and Weaken Resistance. Those ones will be the best. If you're running a character where you're doing like the last ditch thing, you could go last ditch and then you could go low stamina damage. That'll be a really good combination for like a range character in PvP, like, you know, Tokinada or Masaki or someone of that ilk. And evasion might be funny, but we got to test that out. We got to see about evasion. But that's pretty much been the video. Excuse me. I'm going to go ahead and end it here. We're about to start grinding some Extreme IZ. Hopefully, I see you guys in the next few videos. We are grinding super, super hard. So if you guys could take some time to support the videos, it'd be greatly appreciated. Until next time, I really do love you, kings and queens. But I'm out. On a sunny day, tell myself I'll make a